Hello, so nice to meet you at this daily motivational meeting, reading quotes from world scriptures. We're reading Holy Book from beginning. Please find all chapters at our Message to Billion channels. As we analyze all faiths, the strongest point, today we read the next chapter about history of Christianity, triumphalism, corruption, and renewal. About noon, when the day was already beginning to decline, Constantine saw with his own eye the trophy of a cross of light in the heavens above the sun, and bearing the inscription, "Conquer by this." At this sign, he himself was struck with amazement, and his whole army also, which followed him on this expedition and witnessed the miracle. "I tell you, you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the power of death shall not prevail against it. I will give you the key of the kingdom of heaven, and whatever you bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven." The true faith compels us to believe there is one holy Catholic Apostle Church, and this we firmly believe and plainly confess. Outside of her, there is no salvation or remission from sin. Now, therefore, we declare, say, determine, and pronounce that for every human creature it is necessary for salvation to be subject of the authority of Roman Pontiff. For the defense of their faith, secular authorities ought publicly to take on oath that they will strive in good faith and to be to the best of their ability to exterminate in the territory subject to their jurisdictions all heretics pointed out by the Church. The Romans have very cleverly built three walls around themselves. In the first place, temporal power had no jurisdiction over them. In the second place, only the Pope may interpret the scriptures. In the third place, no one may triumph a council but the Pope. Therefore, when necessary demands it, and the Pope is an offer to Christendom, the first man who is able should, as a true member of the whole body, do what he can to bring about a truly free council. No one can do this so well as the temporal authority. Religion is the soul of the oppressed creature, the heart of the heartless world, and the soul of the soulless condition. It is the opium of the people. The God of Israel is among us. When he shall make us a praise and glory, that man shall say of succeeding plantation, the Lord make it like that of New England. For we must consider that we shall be as a city upon a hill, the eye of all people are upon us. No people can be born to a knowledge and adore the invisible hand which conduct the affairs of man more than the people of the United States. Every step by which they have advanced to the character of an independent nation seems to have been distinguished by some token of providential urgency. Further, let's read the quotes from the Second Coming Messiah, Father Samuel Moon. In the Middle Ages, great corruption appeared in the Roman Catholic Church. All allowed itself it allowed itself to be shaken by its own power and self-serving dogmas while forgetting about God's will to bring salvation to the world, to save the world. Christianity should take the path of self-sacrifice, but instead the church glorify itself and its elite clung tenaciously to their position. Yet God is alive, and because his desire is to save the world, he could not leave the church as it was. He had to reform it. Hence, God inspired Martin Luther to launch the Protestant Reformation. He approved when Luther came forth to confront the church and its corruption. Christianity II Israel had to deal with the confused situation of the Renaissance and the humanistic philosophies of the Enlightenment. Enlightenment figures like Voltaire, Rousseau, and Montesquieu believed that Christianity would collapse. However, pious people from Germany advanced Christianity by raising the Pietist movement, which focused on internal mystical experiences with God. The Pietist movement influenced the English clergyman John Wesley, who raised the Methodist movement. The Quakers contribute to the development of Christianity by elevating the value of mystical experience even further. At the same time, due to the widespread influence of materialism, modern people forgot about loving God, lost their reason to love other human beings, and came to value material things above all else. Nevertheless, the time is coming when God will strike down all materialistic ideologies. He will surely do so because human beings must ultimately return to their original position before the fall. When ecclesiastic love wanted when waves of capitalistic greed surged across Christian Europe, when starving masses cried out bitterly in the slums, the promise of their salvation came not from heaven but from the earth. Its name was communism. Christianity thought it prophesied to love of God had degenerated into a dead body of clergy trailing empty slogans. It was when only natural that a banner of rebellion would be raised, arguing that a merciless God who would allow such a suffering could not exist. Hence, modern materialism was born. Western society became a hotbed of materialism. It was the fertile soil in which communism flourished. The first thing the Pilgrim Father built was a church. They invested all their efforts to build it, giving everything they had. Next, they built the road to the church. For the sake of God, they worked day and night. They prayed, God, we pledge ourselves to build a place where you can dwell, surpassing any place in the world. We pledge ourselves to establish a new ideal nation, surpassing any nation in the old world. The pilgrims suffered a great deal, but the more they suffered, the more determined they were to build God's kingdom, a godly society transcending what existed in Europe. After their church, they built a school, for they resolved to educate their children well, surpassing what they could learn at schools in Europe. Last of all, they built their homes. Yet, even this they built not for themselves, but they dedicated them to God. Thus, they created a society where God dwelt in the church, in the school, in family, and even in the workplace. They surely lived a God-centered way of life, entrusting everything to God. George Washington, commander-in-chief of the Continental Army in the Revolutionary War, was defeated in many battles. When he faced the heartbreaking winter of Valley Forge, I'm sure George Washington prayed like this: God, you led these people from Europe and brought us to America where there is freedom of faith. You would not wish to deliver these people back into the hands of England to suffer under the monarchy and the yoke of state-enforced religion. Please bless this nation to become the land that you desire to build, upholding freedom of faith and laying the foundation for your ideal world. And his prayer, George Washington must have pleasure that he will lead his nation to become the land desired by God. To that very day your Congress is convened in prayer, America is not merely the land where Americans live, it is the nation blessed by God. In this respect, America is unique. Your money is imprinted with the inscription "In God We Trust." Does any other nation in the world do that? Americans promote the motto "One Nation Under God." Does this motto refer only to America? Ladies and gentlemen, the kingdom of heaven should occupy the whole world. It was for this reason that America was born as a nation composed of all the people of the world. It should be the model for one worldwide nation. Why did America establish freedom of religion where the new Protestant faith could thrive? For that purpose, did America throw off the state religions of Europe? State religions of Europe. It was not just for America's sake, but to save the world. To save the world. Americans do not think that you are prospering because you yourself are great. God did not bless this nation so that you can enjoy an affluent life. You should remember God's original purpose in blessing America, to use this nation as his instrument for saving the world. Christianity in the Middle Age should have embraced all people regardless of class and integrated them based on its religious ideals. However, it failed in doing so, and instead corrupted itself by becoming politicized. As a result, God had to strike it. Had the Roman papacy not become corrupt, and had it tainted the teaching of living for the sake of others before seeking for its own benefit, with a sense of mission that is existent for the world and humankind, it would not have fallen down. However, due to its failure, God struck Catholicism externally through the Renaissance and internally through the Protestant Reformation. Then the Puritans sailed across the Atlantic Ocean to the new continent of America and built a new nation based on Christian ideals. America's liberal democratic ideology that prevailed throughout the democratic world is based on integration of Roman political ideology, Christian religious ideas, and Greek philosophy. However, for America to fulfill its responsibility, she should give up her idea of being number one in the world. For the people of United States, this is the most essential thing. So nice, powerful quotes for today. If you have difficulties today, please watch one more time this video. Like, subscribe, and share this video as we end this billion Happy Life subscribers marathon. Contact me for consultation, cooperation, and to become a member of this Heavenly Parents Holy Community and build peace globally together. Wish you a great, blessed day. See you tomorrow. All the best. Bye-bye.